Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back again with another video. And today I wanted to go live briefly to talk about the big game against Manchester City. A really tough matchup we have, but I mean, if we're competing for the league, which we are challenging for the league, we're going to have to be able to compete with the likes of Man City, see how we can do out there at the Etihad, and give it our best effort. This is our biggest game of the season, I'll say, after Anfield. We still have to go to Old Trafford. Not really scared of them. We have to go Tottenham away, North London Derby, Wolves away, and there's some tough games coming up, and some of the fixtures lists are piling up as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how well we do. I'm quite confident for the first time ever. I'm quite confident playing Man City. First time in a long time, quite confident to play Man City away at the Etihad. Um, Ever since we went to Dubai, like I mentioned in my last video, when we had the last break for the internationals friendlies, this Arsenal team looks so different. Hi, Luca. Thanks for tuning in. Ever since we had those friendlies, this Arsenal team looks rejuvenated, looks like they're really up for the challenge, and looks like they really want to give it their all. So, I'm quite confident for this game. I don't think it's going to be easy. I'm not underestimating them, nor am I saying this is going to be a walk in the park fixture. I think if you're challenging for the league, which we're in the position to, we have to be able to go toe to toe with teams like this and not settle for the draw. I'm not writing us off against Man City. I know Man City are a much better team than us in terms of the quality of players they have, but there's no reason why we can't compete with them. We also have good quality of players. It was reported today, earlier by Sami Mokbel, the journalist, that Kyle Walker and John Stones are going to be assessed a final assessment due to the injuries they have sustained from international friendlies. So we're still waiting for an update to know about if they're fit enough to play for the City game on Sunday. It's going to be a really huge game. Hi, honey. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be a huge game. And if we beat Man City, I'm very confident we would not bottle the league this season. I'm very confident if we can beat Man City away at the Etihad, that's a massive statement win. And I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, it was easy for you at Anfield." It wasn't easy for us at Anfield. Anfield is never an easy place to go with. Yeah, we got a draw there against Liverpool at home. We got the 3 points, and people often make excuses when it's Arsenal getting results. Against the top 12 in the Premier League this season, Arsenal only have one away win. We played six, we won one, we drawn two, and lost three games. Um, During this international friendlies, I was really worried about our players who went on international duty getting injured. As you saw yesterday for England, Belgium, Declan Rice played a full 90 minutes because he was captain. Congratulations to Declan Rice on his 56th cap for England. But Southgate, he plays such abysmal football on another note. Hi, BX. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Nippin. Hi, Jess. And sorry, I know I'm going really late. So thanks everyone who's tuned in. Rev, hope you're well. Long time no see. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Nippin. Big up everyone tuned in on Twitter as well. Guys, my lineup for this game, it's the midfield that people are tweaking and saying, oh, when Party, now that Party was on the bench available for our last game, Porto and Brentford, people are saying Thomas Partey should start this game. However, what I want to say is I would play. So this is my lineup. Hi, Patrick. Hope you're well. Also, I want to wish you really best of luck for your health. I hope everything is going well in your recovery process, and I'm supporting you all the way. Guys, my lineup will be Raya in goal. I don't see Ramsdale getting another appearance in goal, unfortunately, this season, unless something happens to Raya. So Raya in goal. Ben White, Saliba. Um, the same defensive back line, but I'll put Tomiyasu. I don't think I'll play Zinchenko or Kiwior. It's too much of a big game for Kiwior, even though Kiwior has really stepped up in terms of improving his confidence. So Saliba, Gabriel, White and Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu for his aerial ability. When Tomiyasu is match fit, you have to play Tomiyasu. My midfield three is going to be different than some of you guys who will say play Thomas Partey. I have nothing against Thomas Partey. I think he's a quality player, but when you're not available and always injured, it's very concerning. I know he was fit enough to make the bench, and people will argue if he's fit enough to make the bench, he's fit enough to play. Santi, big up Santi, guys. Please check out Santi's new video. He did a collab with Kalechi, Arsenal fan, and Santi's doing really well on his channel. So please check out Santi's channel. Um, hi, hi Carlito, hi Moss, hi Sports Hit. Are you more worried now that KDB is fit? I'm not worried of them. I'm quite confident for this game. I said it a while ago that we will win this game, and people call me delusional as usual. So going back to my lineup, my midfield is Declan Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard, and then my front three is Saka, Havertz. Of course, you have to have Kai Havertz. He's on the best form of his life. Havertz to lead the line, Saka on the right, and Jesus on the left, or they can switch it up. Martinelli, I don't know if he's fully fit, if he's able to be back for this game, or if he's going to be on the bench. He did have a foot injury, as you guys saw. And against Brentford, if you guys saw near the end of the game, he was also like carried off and watching in the stands. So I don't think I would risk starting him for a game like this. City are definitely going to go with a strong lineup. My front three will be Havertz, Saka, and Jesus. I want Havertz up front. He's in really good form. Hi, Ali, Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you for tuning in. And I don't think he should be dropped. The other thing I want to say, some people maybe in the chat, you guys will say, let me know your lineup, and I'll go through the comments shortly. But guys, some people will say, "Oh, start Kai Havertz with Trossard and Bukayo Saka." That front three. Now, with that front three, my concerns, and I love Trossard. Don't get me wrong. I really like Trossard. I think he's a great impact player. But I think Trossard has more influence in a game against City when he starts off the bench. I think he would be more impactful in a game against City if we go 1-0 down at the Etihad. If, notice I said if, and you need an impact player off the bench, kind of like your Reece Nelsons, your Leandro Trossards. That's the kind of player I think is better to come off the bench. Hi, Arun. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Jesus off the bench to win match, although no Molina for watch along, so maybe only draw. Moss, I'll try to join you for the second half, but I promised Tony Claude, shout out to Tony Claude, that I will join his stream. I haven't been on his channel in a really long time, and he kept asking me to join, so I do want to make it up for him to him. Ryan says Pep Guardiola will sacrifice his hair to win this game. Yeah, it's a massive, massive game. As I titled my video, the race for the title, Man City versus Arsenal. It's a huge game, and like Luca would say, it's the biggest game of our season. But personally, I think every game is the biggest game of the season when you're trying to win games. I know the likes of Sheffield was a walk in the park, or as Ivan Toney would say, a kickabout with the boys. But this is not the likes of West Ham or Sheffield United. This is much different, and it's time that the teacher and the student go head to head again away at the Etihad. We don't have a good record at the Etihad, but this season and this Sunday, it's going to be different. And I'm quite confident, as you guys can see. I'm very confident. Daniel, I completely agree with this comment. Randy, thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you. And Daniel says, if Arsenal win, we win the league. I agree. Man City's lineup, Ederson, Guardiola, Rico, Lewis, John Stones. Well, we don't know if John Stones is going to be fit. They're doing a late fitness assessment for John Stones, and from what I saw on Sami Mokbel's Twitter, so I don't know if they're going to be able to play. I just saw the tweet today from Sami Mokbel that they'll do a late fitness assessment on John Stones. regardless if they can play or not. And I think it's Kyle Walker also that was injured during the international duty, as I mentioned earlier. So both of them will have late fitness assessments. If Martinelli is fully fit and able to start, I will definitely like to see him start. His pace and power we could really use down the flanks to shut down Man City. Hi, Ian. Thank you for tuning in. Randy, you couldn't say this louder enough. Much louder for the people in the back, please. These people shouldn't even be in the friggin' Premier League. I know they're still being investigated for alleged charges, but I hope the truth comes out and these people go back to a lower league. I'm tired of seeing them win, and if they win the league again this season, they'll be a quadruple of and I don't want to see that happen. So it's Arsenal's time to shine. And I'm really confident for this game, but I'm also not underestimating them or not taking anything out of the game. I do want to say I don't want us to settle for a draw. I want us to play strength to strength, toe to toe, and show to them that we're not a joke. I remember 2 seasons ago, we pulled up to Etihad with Rob Holding and the likes of Kolasinac, I believe, and we lost 5-0 at the Etihad. It was a terrible game to watch, but we got absolutely destroyed because we didn't have a solid back line. And even Jesus scored against us before he signed for us. And that was the game where Granit Xhaka got sent off. It was an absolute disaster. And I watched every single goal. That game was at like 6 a.m. my time. And it was such a disappointment to see how far we've improved, not just defensively, but on corners, how much we've improved on taking corners and attacking corners, defending, attacking and defending, and how solid we are in attack and the link up play from our midfield to our attack. We've improved a lot this season. We're no pushovers. We've come back and won games. Yes, I know the Luton game. It's crazy that Luton away we were 3-3, and then Declan Rice with a belter. But Luton was an interesting game. It was, and we do have to play them again this coming week. I believe that's on Wednesday. Luton at home, and I think Charlie, my friend, is going to that game, so that'll be interesting to see how we do. I'm quite confident we're gonna, like, it'll be a training session, Arsenal versus Luton, and the song will be sung again of who put the ball in the back of the net. Or as Moss says in the chat, we'll be emptying the Emirates of Luton fans will be leaving maybe after the 20th minute. I predict a 5-0 win for Arsenal versus Luton. Hi, Jordan. Thank you for tuning in. And thanks everyone who's tuned in on Twitter. I decided to go live today, and I'm going live to Friday with my friend Moss to do a full in-depth preview. Hopefully we can find some City fans to come on and give their opinion of their lineup. I know a lot of people are worried about Haaland, but as you can see, some games Haaland has been shut down, and it's not that hard to shut down the supply to Haaland. But it's time for us to be put to the test. Go to the Etihad. We still have to go to Tottenham away, Man United away at Old Trafford, Wolves away. And soon enough the season's gonna be over. Soon it's gonna be that Everton game, and it's the end of the season. Also for the Bayern at home game in the Champions League, on a side note, I will be attending the game. Hi Josh, thank you for tuning in. Great channel. Check out True Gooner. He just did a Euros prediction stream with Jordan, multi-stream, Steve LFC, and Rory. It was really good stream. Some shocking upsets from Steve's predictions earlier today. But I will be going to the Bayern at home game, hopefully. I've planned to go with a friend of mine here from Toronto, and I'll be covering that game. I'll do a preview when I'm there. And it's going to be an intense game. Of course, our Canadian boy, Alphonso Davies. Oh, man, it's going to be so hard to cheer against him. Of course, we support our local players and our nation's players, but I'm excited for that game. It's going to be incredible atmosphere. I went to all the group stage games except Lons. I couldn't make it due to family reasons. And I went to the Porto game, which was absolute scenes. The penalties was right in front of me. It was so close to the pitch, and it was electrifying. The Emirates erupted when Raya made those saves, and to see those Porto fans' tears. No offense to Carlito if he's still watching, but it almost felt as good as Chelsea fans' tears to see those Porto fans and to see Pepe miserable. I can't believe he's still playing, first of all. Ian, I hope to see you there as well. The red ballot for Bayern will be on the 2nd of April, which is Tuesday. And then Arsenal Luton is Wednesday. I'll do a reaction for that Wednesday or Thursday, the next day. Guys, I can't wait for this game on Sunday. I know some people are really nervous and not giving score predictions, but I want to know all of you tuned in the chat, or if you're watching on Twitter, hop on over, please, to my YouTube channel. It's called Miss Melina. Let me know your lineup for the Arsenal versus Man City game away at the Etihad. Let me know your best starting 11 that you would play if you were Mikel, and also your score predictions for this game. I am backing my team to get the 3 points away at the Etihad. A lot of people are underestimating us and not believing in us. Even our own fan base is quite worried, and I can understand that. But never write us off. We'll fight till the end, and we won't give up. We'll put up a fight. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I'm not sure the goal scorers, and I'm terrible at predictions for the Premier League, but I'm quite confident we'll get the 3 points. If you guys haven't seen already on Twitter, not that it matters, but just a side note, the referee for this game is Anthony Taylor. And Anthony Taylor, again, hates Chelsea, but with Arsenal, he's been kind of fair. So regardless of the referee officiating and VAR decisions or any jammy penalties that would potentially happen, I'm quite confident for this game. I've been confident for this game, and it's quite scary that I'm saying that. That's how much I believe in this team, and Mikel has changed this team around to go out there and to get results away from home, to be so solid at home in our home turf, but more on the road. These big wins have helped our goal difference. BX, shout out to you. He says Raya, Kiwior. Oh, wow. So he's going Kiwior, Gabriel Saliba, Ben White, midfield of Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Jesus, Trossard, and Saka. So he's starting Trossard and Kiwior and putting Havertz in the midfield with Deckers. I like it. I don't know. Personally, me, I'd put, as I said, I prefer Havertz up front. But as long as Havertz is starting, no complaints. I mean, the guy has proven his doubters wrong. He's in so much form and confidence, and I'm so glad that Arteta is getting the best out of him. I know some people really question the signing, even myself, because we spent so much money on him. But I want to see him do well. Anyone who puts on the Arsenal shirt, I want them to do well at our club and succeed to the best of their abilities. And the fans play a huge part. You know, that Porto game at home, the fans played a huge part in the atmosphere. And I was sitting in block 2 in the North Bank, and you could see Arteta, looking at the fans constantly, like giving hand motions for the fans to keep making noise, keep making the Emirates a fortress. And it was absolutely incredible to see that from the manager. Jordan says, this is Jordan's lineup. David Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Zinchenko, he'll play. Midfield of Deckers, Odegaard, and Georgie. And front 3 of Saka, Havertz, and Trossard. BX, I love the Galiba midfield defensive duo, sorry. I love them. I think they both understand each other so well. And recently I watched an interview where both of them even speak French to each other sometimes. It's nice to see. Ian says Havertz is a big game player. Just back to this Galiba comment. I think, like, we touched upon this, and you probably saw it in the Arsenal All or Nothing documentary. The culture of this club and the atmosphere in this club has changed immensely to a positive environment. And that's down to Mikel Arteta, the fans, the coaches, the players themselves, getting rid of the dead wood and bringing experienced players with us to guide the youngsters. But these youngsters 2 years ago with no experience are now gaining experience and showing and developing more confidence. Moss's lineup is Raya, Ben White, Galiba, Tomiyasu, Georgie, Rice, Odegaard in midfield. Same midfield as me. Martinelli, Saka, and Havertz. If Gabby cannot be fit, then maybe play Jesus. I agree with that lineup. If Martinelli is fully fit and able to start, definitely start him. Again, his pace is no doubt a bonus for us, and he's so good. He's such a good player, and I would play him. I'm confident he would get a goal for us, even, or at least an assist. Jordan says King Kai scored for Germany. I need him to be fit for June for the Euros. Yeah, he got a goal for you guys, and I was really happy about that. I'm also happy that the international break is over. Guys, for the last week or so, it was so boring watching these international friendlies. I did watch Canada versus Trinidad and Tobago for the CONCACAF qualifiers, and Canada won. But these international friendlies were so boring. I was missing watching the Arsenal and being at the games. I'm not going to be at the City away game. I'll be doing a watch along from home, but I will probably go to Aston Villa and go to Bayern. Villa, I'm not yet got a ticket, but I will keep an eye on the ticket exchange and hope for the best. And then this season, I hope to go to the preseason friendly tour in the summertime around the States. That's my first time going to do a preseason friendly tour with the Arsenal. So I think that'll be such a good experience, and to meet fellow Gooners across the pond. Matthew Faruto, thank you for tuning in. He says Arteta seems very reluctant to play Jesus on the wing. If Martinelli is not fit, Trossard will get the start. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, maybe Jesus and Trossard would interchange if they're playing together. We've seen that done in previous games where they interchange between each other during the play or the build up, at least, of play. Martinelli goes so fast, and Walker's hammy's fallen off. We're still waiting for injury updates for Walker and John Stones. I'm not wishing injuries on any player, but we'll see what happens if they're able to play or not. And like you guys said, maybe it's could be like faking injuries to go home early from international duty, but I doubt it, because international duty is like now over and players have returned back to training with their respective clubs. Hi, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Really nice meeting you over my last trip. All the time, a pleasure to meet you. Really good friend, and I had a really good time at Brentford and Porto. It was incredible experience to see us qualify. I was quite confident for the game, but when it came to after 90 minutes, I said, "Oh no, this is gonna go to penalty shootout," and I wish I vlogged it, but I was so focused on the penalties. I said a prayer before the penalties. It was serious, no messing about. Hi, Afghan. I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're feeling better. As I remember, you said you weren't feeling well, so I hope you're feeling better. And yeah, nice to see you in the chat. Greece is not going to Germany. Yeah, I can't believe that. And Wales too. Wales knocked out as well. No Wales. I think Brownie might be upset about that, but that was interesting to see. They lost some penalties. We will also have transfer news coming in soon. I know Luca mentioned earlier in the chat, what do I think of Victor Gyökeres? I think I want him, but I know he's not our first priority or some sources say he is our main target and that we've moved on from Ivan Toney, as Team News and Tick said, due to his attitude concerns. It looks like Victor Gyökeres could be a main option and main target for the Arsenal this summer, and it'll be interesting to see the outgoings we have. I'm not sure the likes of Smith Rowe. Definitely Ramsdale will be moving on. I hope he moves on out of the Premier League, but I'd be really upset if he goes to a direct rival like Chelsea. I don't want that to happen. You never want. Ramsdale's been really good for us. Even Raya. I have nothing against either of them, and I think Ramsdale, he doesn't want to be second keeper, and it's clear to see that he's so good to be too good or overqualified to be the second keeper. He wants first team football, and we see what Raya has in his abilities as well. And so I think Ramsdale's out the door this summer. Cedric Suarez, maybe El Neni stays for another season. Jorginho for another year contract. Jorginho brings a lot of experience and leadership into the squad. We don't have the likes of Granit Xhaka anymore for that leadership for the youngsters. And I think Jorginho, a lot of the youngsters say that he's influential in the dressing room. He's a leader in the dressing room, and he has the experience playing in the Champions League. He's been immense this season, Jorginho, and oftentimes I feel he never gets the credit he deserves. Matthew Faruta says, hopefully Raya got in Nico Williams' ear over this international break. I don't know if you guys saw. Now, I'm not sure how credible this source is, but this person on Twitter, it's an Arabic related account. They've linked us to Morgan Gibbs White. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this player, Morgan Gibbs White. I haven't watched him too much personally. I'm not the type of person to say I've watched this player so much. They're at Nottingham Forest. I'm not sure what the fee will be, but it's looking like Arsenal are monitoring the former Wolves man and looking into him, even Pedro Neto as well. Hi, JC. No, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I have a lot of friends in the YouTube community who support Chelsea, and I always join their streams to support them. And sometimes and oftentimes they invite me. I think the way they say it is, you're the only Arsenal fan we like and isn't deluded. I can have balanced opinions and balanced conversations. I don't have rose-tinted glasses. At least I don't think so. And no, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I support all my friends' channels like they do to me. I return the favor and I tune in to support them. Hi, Bobby. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you in the chat. I'm not reading the last part of your comment, though. Sorry. Bargav and Melina like to go to be spies. No, I go to support my friends' channels. They support my streams. They donate to my streams often. And even just watching my streams, no one has to super chat or anything. Just watching, taking part in the chat, sharing the stream, the little things, it means a lot to the channel. I've been going on for half an hour now, but my score prediction I said was 2-1 Arsenal. Let me know your score predictions for the Arsenal away game at the Etihad against Manchester City. This summer is going to be, of course, a huge transfer window, like every summer is, but we need a striker up front and center back, a winger, a backup to Saka. We haven't had a proper backup to Bukayo Saka. Like we have Reece Nelson. We don't know the future of Reece Nelson. What's going to happen to him, if he's going to stay or if he's going to be sold. Wow, Jose, 3-1. Wow. I like the confidence, oozing confidence. Hi, thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone's well. Bobby, I hate you. Of course, you're never going to support us. But you're the only you and Eugene are the only two Tottenham fans I know. Thanks, Bobby. I hope all of you are keeping well. We got to catch up. It's been a long time. And for the Tottenham away game, it'll be good to do a stream together, a preview perhaps for the game. I hope we absolutely annihilate you guys at your stadium in your back garden. It'll be a good game. North London Derby is always a good game and gets fiery too. Um, Hi, Bargav. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Jordan's going for a clean sheet, and Mafio also going for a clean sheet. 2-0 wins. Wow, guys, I'll take the 3 points, but if we can keep a clean sheet away at the Etihad, which I doubt will happen, I would take it. Definitely take it. That would be massive to have a clean sheet away at the Etihad. That'll be massive for David Raya, his confidence, and for this whole team. That'll be incredible. And that's more than just a statement, not just 3 points, but keeping a clean sheet away at the Etihad will prove how solid and how solidified our defense is compared to Manchester City's. Bobby says, in all seriousness, Melina, I think you will get a draw there. We'll go 3-3. Luca said 1-1 earlier in his prediction. He also predicted a draw for the Arsenal. I told him I'm quite confident that we are going to win this game. I've gone 2-1 Arsenal. This is the first time I feel quite confident. I know Chelsea Perspectives channel. It's Coachella's channel. I do support his streams. No problem. I'll take care of Havertz and Jorginho for you. Thank you for the signings. Great players. Thank you for tuning into my channel and checking out my channel. Coachella is a good friend of mine, and I do tune in whenever I see them live. I do have friends who support different clubs. It's natural in the community, and I try to support them whenever I see them live. It's nice when you have people in the chat tuned in. It's really hard live streaming if you don't have audience. It's like you're talking to yourself, but it's no motivation or anything, and it's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant experience. So treat people the way you want to be treated, of course, and support your friends. It costs nothing to do a retweet or to like the video. If you're not watching, have it in the background. It really helps your friends' channels grow. That's like my little TikTok or sorry, TED Talk rant. Santi's going 2-1 Arsenal. I love the confidence, Santi, and I really liked your video you did earlier today. You posted. I gotta catch up with you about the Bayern Munich tickets. Hopefully you can go and we win the ballot. We'll know on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. Hi, Himan. Thank you for tuning in. He says 1-0 to the Arsenal. Wow, lots of clean sheets here, guys. I think this is a third clean sheet prediction. Jose's gone confident. Is Raya leading the league in clean sheets? Yes, he is. Moss is going 2-1 to the Arsenal. A same prediction as me. I like Matthew's idea. Haaland for them. Odegaard for us. The best ACM in the league, of course. Then Jesus for the dagger win for us versus his old team. I would love that. JC says Jorginho got a lot of hate initially from the Arsenal channels. I went on a few of those and commented that we would be happy to have him back. Jorginho runs games, you know. Yeah, his passing range, his accuracy, his directness of his game, but more it's the passing, the press that he does. He's a great player, and it's the leadership he brings into this team. You can see why Arteta signed him. And even in our own fan base, the same conversation happened again. Why are we signing another Chelsea player? Because of Willian PTSD and trauma from the past with Chelsea players. Some Chelsea players, that is. Himmet says heart over line prediction of I like the prediction. I love the confidence. We literally have Jesus on our side Easter Sunday. Oh man, it's written in the stars. That's a great title. Jesus rises against Manchester City on Easter Sunday. Come on, how can you not like that title? How can you not click the video? It's written in the stars. Come on. I like that, Jose. I love the confidence from all of you guys. I think the only person who said we would draw was Luca and Bobby. Bobby, of course, being a rival, wouldn't want us to win. But Tottenham, you have no trophies. You keep counting imaginary trophies, and Granit Xhaka is about to eliminate Harry Kane's idea or anything close to a trophy in that league themselves. Granit Xhaka is going to be back in London later next month in April for the game against West Ham. That's going to be a good game. Hi, thank you for tuning in. I can't read Arabic much, so I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Hi, Rosie, big Rangers fan, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Heyman says the best thing about this Arsenal team, in contrast to last year, is that we don't have a depleted squad. So no excuses. Let's give it all we got. I agree 100%. We have a solid defense. And I feel like from what I said earlier, our defense is solid, more solid than theirs. And as long as there's no other injuries that we're not aware about, I don't think that's the case. Fingers crossed. We should go toe to toe with them. And if you want to challenge for the Premier League, like we are doing this season, and even in the Champions League, don't rule us out of the Champions League either. Yeah, we got Bayern Munich. It's a revenge game, and it's long overdue revenge against Bayern. We shouldn't go into games being scared of the opponent. But I'm not saying also don't underestimate the opponent. Um, like we play our own game, we have our own tactics, and we dominate the games. If we go a goal down, don't put your heads down and give up. And the same thing the other way around. If we go 1-0 or 2-0 up, um continue to play strong, continue to defend, continue to maintain our lead, and try to get the 3 points at the end of the day. That's what matters. I hope Thomas Tuchel does us a favor. Only one European champion in London. Thomas Tuchel will ensure that. No, I don't think so. His job is hardly insured at Bayern Munich. He's leaving at the end of the season. It was announced that he would leave Bayern. I know Thomas Tuchel won you a Champions League, but Arsenal, I'm really looking forward to that game. It's gonna be an interesting game away. We don't have the home advantage this time in the second leg, but the first leg I will be going to that game. And you guys know, whenever I pull up to the Emirates, most of the time, except one game in the last 2 seasons, we've won. So I'm confident. I love that we play City coming out of the international break and not some team like Nottingham Forest. The boys will definitely be up for the game. Come on, you Gunners. Yeah, it's a big confidence boost going, and some of the boys, they didn't go to international duty. So they trained with the team. There was news that Martinelli also trained with the team. So I hope he'll be fit to start. Of course, we'll know the lineup. Hopefully some early team news if Team News and Ticks post anything on Twitter. JC says Tuchel and Kane are ganging up on you, But JC, Harry Kane used to be in Arsenal Academy when he was a kid. He's a gooner. He's a gooner at heart. But he's just devastated that he left Arsenal and he didn't make it at Arsenal. He's at Tottenham. He was at Tottenham for all these years and has no trophy to his name. And Jack is about to stop him from a trophy. It's Arsene Wenger genius tactics. Moss, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And Rosie, have a good night. Yeah, it's really late. I didn't expect much people to tune in. I didn't also plan to go live. I usually just do things spontaneously. If you guys don't know me already, even with some of these games I've been to, I plan the day before, or sometimes I just go the day before and I say, okay, let's go. And I pack my bags and go as if I'm going to the corner shop, but I'm flying across the country to support the Arsenal and to show my team, my boys, and this team my full support and to cheer them on. It's nothing like being at the Emirates than watching at home. It's so much better experience, and you meet fellow Arsenal fans. It's incredible, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Matthew says, who gets more minutes from now until the end of the season, Smith Rowe or Timber? Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know if Smith Rowe or I don't know if Timber will play again anytime this season because the injury he had, it was almost like, I think it was ACL, but he didn't have to have surgery, or almost like not a full ACL. So I think I'm gonna say Smith Rowe. I think they're very cautious on Timber, or even in the Porto game, you saw he didn't feature at all. In the Porto game, when the team was taking the penalties, it was really nice to see him on the pitch supporting the team. it was like right in front of me. I posted some pictures on my Twitter of the team. It was so close to me. And I hope to see Timber next season, or in the preseason, actually before next season. And he was such a good player. It's just a shame injuries got to him, and I wish him back to his full strength to come back stronger to this Arsenal team in the preseason. Rosie says, "You're a true dedicated supporter. Much respect. I love the Arsenal, and I try to go to games whenever I can, usually once or twice a month. It's quite expensive for me, but I save up every month, or every 2 weeks when I get paid, put money aside, and try to go whenever I can. I love meeting my friends there at the Emirates. It's nice. You feel welcome, and you feel like a community in real life, like this YouTube community, but in real life." Jordan says, "I mean, they are coming to the Emirates." Yeah, so Bayern will be at the Emirates first, and then we go away to the Allianz Arena um, in the second leg. Anthony, thank you for tuning in. Anthony's going 2-1 Arsenal. Man City got 5 players out. I've been reading. Off to bed now. Have a good show. Yeah, the injuries to Man City, I don't know if it's Pep Guardiola's typical mind games. Um, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, we're waiting for updates on John Stones and Kyle Walker, who's been up to no good. But that's a story for another day, or I'll leave that one alone. But yes, City have some players out. Party, we don't know yet if he's fully fit, if he's gonna start. Um, Arun says mind games from Guardiola. Of course, he would do that. I've never seen a game Pep Guardiola has played where he managed where he hasn't had brought in mind games. I just tuned in. I will watch this on playlist. I haven't been on YouTube today. Hi, Charlie. Thanks for tuning in. I mentioned you earlier in the stream that you'll be going to the Luton game to cheer on the boys. Matthew Ferruto says, "Would you rather fall asleep and wake up to hear we won the league, or watch us lose out in the last week?" Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. I think I'd rather watch us lose out in the last week, because if we won the league, I want to be there. I want to be there at that Everton game. I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to get tickets for that game, and to see a trophy parade, to see us lift the league. But also, the last home game of the season is special. It's the last time you'll see some of the players that are moving on to different clubs, respectfully. And it's a good way to wrap up the season, share joy, meet your friends, have a good time, and it's positive energy, and that's what I'm about. And I really like the last home game of the season. I went last season against Wolves. Although we didn't win the league, I still went anyway to show my support to the team, and it was a great game, and it was a great day out. Big up, Charlie. Thank you for tuning in. All right, guys. Thank 1,000 people watching on Twitter. Wow. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I am gonna wrap up the stream. I've been going on for 43 minutes, but I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in the chat today. I am on the road to 8,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. The link is in my Twitter bio, but if you search on YouTube, Miss Melina, hop on over to my YouTube channel. Check out my previous videos. I do watch longs, I do some match previews. I did some vlogs earlier last season, and I also did some NBA streams, but I feature on friends' channels. I do FPL content, and I'm trying to upload more regularly now, but most of the time, every other week or every week, I feature on my friends' channels, and we just kick it back and chill and talk football. Even if we support different teams, we all respect each other's opinion, and it's a good laugh, a good time, and I quite enjoy it. Bobby says, "Nice one, Melina. Have a great night, everyone." Thanks, Bobby, for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and it's been a while since I heard from you. Matthew says, "Where are you based?" I'm from Toronto, but I have a lot of family in London. My family was there before, and they moved to Canada. So, yeah. I'll watch it tomorrow, Jordan, for his Euros predictions. Yes, Steve was on there as well, and Rory. Let's go, Arsenal. We've got a busy April. Yeah, we got a busy month ahead. Some tough fixtures coming up. The April fixtures have been confirmed with TV media as well. And this Chelsea fixture has been rescheduled, I believe, to the 23rd of April. I am going to be doing a preview for the Chelsea fixture with my friends who support Chelsea, Jerry. Jerry's going to be coming on my channel to do a head to head preview of the London Derby next month. Well, next month is next week, literally. It's crazy how the time flies. Oh, okay. Big up, Matthew. My sister used to live in Hamilton. She went to McMaster. We used to go there quite a bit. I have some friends near there. They support the Ticats, and yeah, nice meeting you. Big up, Canadian Gooners. Hi, Jess. Thank you for tuning in. The second last thing I want to say is, guys, there's several YouTubers in my chat. Arsenal fans, Leeds fans, a Tottenham fan. Yes, I'm promoting a Tottenham fan. Chelsea fans. There's several channels I do want to shout out. Jess's channel, JSY Talks Football. Charlie's channel, Football Daily Talk. He features a lot on True Gooner. Josh's channel, Jordan Hyman LFC, Liverpool fan. Bobby, unfortunately, a Tottenham fan, but a really great guy. He didn't pay me to say that. Carlito, he features a lot on Chelsea channels. Really good for debates. I do. Hopefully, I shouted Moss's channel, Arsenal fan. I'm trying to see if I missed anyone. I mentioned Santi. But thanks everyone who tuned in today. I am gonna wrap up this preview. I didn't plan to go live, so I didn't really have an idea of timing. I know it's really late in the UK, and most of my viewers are from the UK. So I want to thank everyone who made the effort to tune in live to show your support. I also want to thank everyone who's tuned in on Twitter watching. If you are watching this on the replay, please let me know your starting 11 for the Arsenal away game at the Etihad, and let me know your score predictions for the big game, the race for the Premier League title, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Until next time, guys, I'm signing out.